it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team stand up! Blockbuster trade on Friday night. Cat is now a New York Knickerbocker! Bro, this trade literally broke through when I was on the road. Just came back from the stew, bro. Cat is a New York Knickerbocker. Bro, I don't know how to feel about it. It took me about maybe an hour or two since I found out about this, like how I would like honestly like break this down and like, you know what I'm saying, come on the video and like basically like review this. This is like really like, it's strange because it's like, when you look at it, it's not that bad of a thing because who we got traded for was Randle of John and Dante DiVincenzo, ex-Golden State Warrior, now after leaving the New York Knicks for his only first season, I think second season, no, first season. Now he's with the Timberwolves, bro. He's going right back over to the West. And I'm not even going to lie to you, this is kind of crazy. Because now if you kind of look at, like, the Timberwolves, if Randle or Johnson stay healthy, they low-key got the better part of the deal, if we're being honest. Because, look, shout out to the man, Cat. You know, Cat is FTC's Team FTC. You know what I'm saying? But we're being transparent here. I really feel like Cat is really a regular season type of only player. And what I basically mean by that, when it comes time to the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of nowhere to be found. And it's been kind of, you know what I'm saying, a consistent thing the past, you know, couple of years. But Randle of John also, when he is 100% healthy, is kind of the same way in a regular season only made player. And which is a bad thing because now you got Randle of John and you got Gobert on the same team, and these guys have really bad attitudes when they don't get their way when they're playing in the playoffs. So it's going to be kind of interesting how this is going to fare off. Who do you think got the better end of the trade? Like, I'm sitting here thinking that the Timberwolves got the better end, but then I'm thinking about the New York Knicks. I'm sitting up here like, I don't know, bro. Like, this is just crazy how this, like, what made them, like, decide that, hey, we want to, like, make this trade happen? It's crazy how, like, this is going down literally a week before the NBA season technically is about to start again. You got the preseason beginning next week for the next 2 weeks, and then you have the regular season starting for everything. You know, Randle and John's coming off that season-ending injury from last season, and Dante DiVincenzo had an amazing season last year. You know, led the Knicks to like the second or third round, if I can remember, of the playoffs. This is crazy, man. And then, you know, moving up on what the Charizard dude was talking about, the Knicks are sending salary, including Daquan Jeffries and draft compensation to Charlotte in a 3-team deal. Okay, so they basically sent a couple of bags of chips and a couple of dollars also. So it was a whole 3-team trade deal. Wow, man, that's all I gotta really say. We're gonna check out the man Chris Smooth is waiting on, and then also the man Kenny, to see what else he's talking about. Let's see if there's any other stuff that went down also in these free agencies or whatever. The Lakers are hiring Vanessa Brooks as their athletic trainer, senior physical therapist. And you got the Clippers guard Terrence Mann. Man, and Terrence has agreed to a 3-year, $47 million contract extension with the Clippers going into the 2028 season. All right, so you have Collier has led the Lynx. Okay, Indiana Caitlin Clark has won. Oh, and WNBA Rookie of the Year. Congrats to Caitlin Clark. Clap it all up. As you guys know, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have been carrying the WNBA. Is the WNBA getting a lot more exciting for you guys? Is it going to make you want to start tuning into the WNBA for the next, you know, couple of years, 5 to 10 years and everything? You know, she came into the season going crazy and stuck with the consistency through. I'm going to try and react to a couple of the WNBA playoffs, too. I'm assuming that they're in the playoffs because they usually announce the awards at the end of the season. So, like, let me know any of the good games, and then, you know, capping it off at any of these updated news. You know, Derrick Rose, we already know, retired from yesterday, and that's where he had left off at. All right, so, like, let's check out the man Chris Move and see any more hidden details on what made this trade possible and what made these guys decide, hey, we want to have Cat and we want you guys to give us Randle LeJohn and DiVincenzo. Let's see.
The New York Knicks are not done with the trades. This one is ridiculous. They're going to get Karl-Anthony Towns from the Minnesota Timberwolves for Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, and a first-round pick. Wow, why would the T-Wolves do that?
That's what I said.
I don't know.
Exactly what I said. Because I'm trying to sit up here and think positive. I mean, remember, I'm not a fan of none of these teams. So, like, at the end of the day, the Warriors are still winning the 2025 NBA championship, if we're being honest. So, it doesn't matter what other teams decide to team up a super team, but it was just like, it's random because I'm thinking like Cat out of every player in the NBA is at least going to stay with this squad until maybe like his final 1 or 2 years in the NBA and get traded to like a random team. So it was weird thinking, it's same with Randle and John. I just didn't, I mean, well, not really. I could be lying about that part because if you remember, Randle and John did play with the Los Angeles Lakers, I think, for his first 2 years of the NBA season, and then he just magically went to the Knicks. So it's kind of expected. And also, I have been hearing from, you know, social media, seeing from social media how, like, New York Knicks have been, like, commenting and saying, and even, like, Stephen A. Smith is even, I think he's a big fan of the Knicks, and I remember he bashed the shit out of Randle and John, like, the last time Randle and John was playing. He's basically saying that, like, his attitude and his demeanor basically holds back the Knicks or whatever, you know what I'm saying, from progressing and shit. So, I mean, maybe that was probably gonna happen regardless, but I don't know, man. Seeing Cat leave the Wolves kind of doesn't really fit. I would have loved to see Cat go to the Warriors, though. Wasn't that like a rumor one of these? Like,
it's 2 for 1. They're getting 2 players for 1, but Karl-Anthony Towns, I think, is a lot better than Randle. DiVincenzo, he's a hooper. He's a good player, so maybe they're saying, hey, we're going to get 2 for 1. Randle's still good, so maybe that's why we're doing it. I don't know, though. Looking at the Knicks with their roster, with Towns there, woo, because that makes that offense vicious. Because Randle, he's kind of streaky. Some games he's good. Sometimes he's turning the ball over. He's doing a lot of crazy stuff. When Randle has a good game, it's really tough to beat the Knicks. But then he has those games, and a lot of Knicks fans, they complain about Randle a lot. They really do. So when he has those games where he's not going crazy, then he's turning it over. You know, it's looking. So they're trying to get some more consistency with Towns offensively. Towns is just a better player overall. Better shooting percentages, especially from 3. Better rebounding, better blocking, better defense. It's a good trade for the Knicks. It's risky because an injury, right? You knock him out. You've already lost Hartenstein. Robinson's not going to be there to start the season either. So you're losing some depth, but if it works out, I mean, it looks like the Knicks are going to win this trade. Looking at the T-Wolves, I don't know if I like Randle and Gobert together as a pair. If you're going to run the 2 centers, it was better to have Towns and Gobert together. I think that made more sense. But DiVincenzo, it gives them some more in that backcourt. It's not like the T-Wolves did terrible in the trade because they got 2 solid players plus the first-round pick. So we'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. But looking at the Knicks, they just got Bridges. So to get Towns, too, after just getting Bridges, like, how could they let that happen? How could you see them get Bridges and then be like, yeah, let's send them another player. Give them another blockbuster. That is crazy. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. Randle's only 6'8", so I guess the T-Wolves, they're trying to play.
Randle John is only 6'8"? I thought he was like 6'10" or 6'11".
Gobert all the time. They don't want him to go on the bench because sometimes it doesn't work.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Randle definitely got to be consistent, man, because like you can't be having an attitude like that and be considered short, bro.
Towns, and they're debating, do they run the 2 centers?
He's a power
or do
forward
they just
center.
Run one at a time? So
all
now
the centers and power forwards are like 6'11" and 7 foot now.
But I mean, I don't know. The T-Wolves were looking good last year. It was disappointing. They didn't go further than they did, but they were looking tough. I don't know if this trade makes them better. We'll just have to wait and see how it all plays out. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments section. Knicks fans, T-Wolves fans, you gotta chime in.
Hey, man. Shout out to Smooth, and then we're going to look at Kenny for a little bit, and then wrap it up. We won't watch the full thing, but just hearing different opinions.
From Minnesota for Julius Randle, Dante DiVincenzo, the first-round pick. What the heck? What is going on with September 27? September 27. 2023 is when Damian Lillard got traded to the Bucks. And now a year later, we see another blockbuster deal dealing with some star players. I mean, Karl-Anthony Towns just made an All-NBA team, 2 years ago? And Julius Randle's made an All-NBA team, last year? So we see 2 All-NBA players get traded for each other. It's rare that you see a talent-for-talent deal. And kind of, this is not necessarily a talent-for-talent deal. This is like the business of it all, the financial implications of building a really good team. It just became a little bit too stressful for Minnesota, but we'll get through that. I feel bad for Karl-Anthony Towns, right? A couple minutes before the trade broke, he tweeted ... We really didn't know what that meant, and then boom, the first Sham Wows that we calling them.
Wait, he said he tweeted something? Let's see if we can find it. Let's do our little research here. I'm a little nosy. Karl-Anthony Towns. Okay, found his Twitter. Oh, I see it. What the hell? Yo, look at this comment right here. Yo, New York Knicks fans gotta be the top 3 most toxic fan base, bro. Bro, he hasn't even got on the flight to New York, and you see this first comment, bro. This is hilarious. Don't be coming to the Garden acting like a bitch. But I'm confused though. Why did he tweet ... I ain't gonna lie to you. This is bad. This is bad because if you actually know Cat, he's a really very great personality, very positive type of a person, and he's really not unless he's he streams sometimes, and because you guys know he's reacted to their stuff before on the stream, but that's about it as much as he does social. He's not really a Twitter fingers type of a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And it's I don't know, bro. He's basically being honest. He doesn't like this. He didn't expect this to happen. Bro said he said, New York is colder than Minnesota, right? Wait, is it? That's a lie. Minnesota, they get negative 20 degrees, right? Bro, that's a side effect. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, this is a bad look. If I'm a New York Knicks fan, I'm actually kind of pissed seeing something like this. Bro, it hasn't even been 24 hours and somebody tweets ... as soon, and then Kenny said this is before he got traded. Or before the news broke out. So, I mean, most likely, you guys know how the athletes, they're going to know maybe hours before this even hits the web and everything like that. Damn, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't see Cat over at the New York Knicks for a whole year, bro. He's gonna go to another team. This isn't a good look at all. If I'm the New York Knicks staff, I'm pissed. I'm punching the air right now. I'm punching the air right now if I'm the New York Knicks staff.
Of the offseason is him getting traded away. And we basically just watch Karl-Anthony Towns grow up in Minnesota. It will be weird to see him in the Knicks jersey.
Right.
He comes in as this super high potential star as a rookie with these big ass feet and super clumsy, and he turns himself to an all-NBA caliber player. And one of my favorite things about Cat is that after last season of him and Rudy Gobert not really working out, this year he bought in defensively and they were able to coexist. And again, the team was as successful as any time in their franchise, and he gets shipped out. Yeah, think about all of the different integrations that Karl-Anthony Towns has been through in Minnesota. They've gone through management changes, coaching changes. He's gone through so very much. A rebuild is him and Wiggins. They acquired Jimmy Butler. The Jimmy Butler thing to work out. Another rebuild. Behind that, they get the first overall pick, Anthony Edwards, and they have 1 year of contention before ownership says, damn, we got to trade him away. And I somewhat feel vindicated in a way because I said that it was inevitable that they were going to have to make this decision because the team was so very expensive. Now, me personally, if I was the billionaire owner, hopefully in the future, when my team that I own just goes on the most successful run basically in franchise history, I am okay with the team being hella expensive for a chance to run it back one more time. When we see how good or how much better Anthony Edwards has got every single year of his career, if we kept the same roster and just really relied on Anthony Edwards' growth as a player, we could have potentially won a championship. But because I know that no matter who was owning this goddamn team, they were not going to pay for this team, I said in the video that Karl-Anthony Towns will probably be traded. Anthony Edwards, max contract. You're not trading him away. Rudy Gobert, max contract. You're not trading him away. He's one of the best defensive players in basketball, and you traded every first-round pick in existence to get him. You're not trading him away. Jaden McDaniels signed an extension last offseason that hits this year. Now his re-signing extension is a small extension for his value, but the last guy that leaves is Karl-Anthony Towns. So though I hate that it's happening, I told people to brace themselves because it will be happening eventually. There are just certain management groups and ownership groups that will just make necessary moves to save some money, and this is what it is. Obviously, it has nothing to do with...
Do y'all agree with Kenny right there? Because this is the second time he said that and referred to it in the video, that this is more of a business decision where it's just to basically free up salary cap space. Now, thinking about it, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like a lot of these NBA teams are preparing for this 2025 NBA draft. Because it's going to have a lot of, crazy talent and stuff like that, apparently. So, I mean... Hey, man, we're going to cap it off right there. Comment down below. How do you guys feel about this? Does this make any difference between both of these NBA teams? Is either one of these teams going to go farther in the playoffs? Let me know.